Hey friends, in the previous two videos we had seen about Mcafee device control installation on ePolicy orchestrator, and we had also seen about how we can install the Mcafee DLP device control agent on the client machine. So now we will move on the DLP device control configuration part. So I'm just logging on the ePolicy orchestrator for device control configuration part. After logging on ePolicy orchestrator, I need to go on menu option, and I'm just scrolling it down because DLP device control is the part of data protection, so I need to move on the data protection, and for the configuration part I need to click on DLP policy manager. Now we need to just configure the rule sets, because rule sets specify the type of rules that will be applied, and also it specify the category of the product, because Mcafee DLP is categorized into two subcategory, that is device control and data protections. But because we are going to configure the device control, so we will see how we can select this option. So for the rule sets, I am just going to create a rule set and assigning a name DLP OPS. Now clicking on OK. Once I click on OK, so it has just created a rule set with the name of DLP ops. Now I need to just configure the rule set over here. To configuring the rule sets, you need to just click on DLP ops. This is the rule set name, but you can create or you can assign the name as per your requirement for the rule set. I'm just clicking on the rule set, and see, there is the two tab. One is data protection and second is device control. In the later video we will see how we can configure data protection and what exactly is data protections, but currently we are just clicking on the device control. And once you click on the device control, now you need to just create a rule specify the type of rules that can be blocked or that can be allowed for the end user. So because mass storage is related to the removable storage device rule, so I'm just going to click on removable storage device rule, but you can configure as per your requirement. I have already told you that some devices that comes under plug and play devices, some devices come under fixed hard drive rules. So we are just going to select a removable storage device rule over here and assigning a name. Mass storage blocking. I have just assigned the name. Now you can also specify the description over here, and after that you need to specify the state, either this rule will be used or not, so that can be configured from here as well. So I am just going to enabling it by selecting enabled option, and severity level is critical. You can select any one of these, so the severity level comes as per the selection over here. Now you are just going to enforce the rule on Windows machine as well as also on Mac OS X. After selecting these two options, you can just uncheck any one of them and you can check as well. Now you need to just select the conditions. What conditions? When the removal storage will be blocked. So this comes under the conditions. What conditions will be applied, then only removal storage device rule will be uh, implemented or will be used on the client machine. So in the condition, I am just going to select any users, either administrator is logging on the client machine or some other user is logging on the client machines. So I'm specifying the end user with the value of is any user, I mean all. Now I'm going to select removal storage. Removal storage is just explaining that what kind of removal storage will be blocked. So for this selections you need to just select on this, because I'm just going to block all kind of removal storage devices. So selected these all. This is the default value, but you can also specify with the custom value by clicking on the new item. But in this example, I am just selecting all of the options from here and clicking on OK, and just saving this rule. It is saying that no reaction selected for Mcafee DLP endpoint, because we have just only selected conditions. Now I need to also specify when condition is true, then how DLP device control will react it. So these options can be configured by clicking on the reaction. In the reaction, you need to just specify the action, what kind of actions will be taken when conditions will be true. So I'm just going to select block, but you can change it by read only. So only the mass storage devices will be used in the read mode, means contents can be read from the mass storage but cannot be copied, but cannot be edited as well. So I'm just selecting block all, and when mass storage devices will be blocked, so what kind of notifications will be prompted on the client machine. So this can be configured by clicking on here, because I'm just selecting with the default value and clicking on OK. And now I need to also specify a report incident. If any incident has been occurred on any client machines related to device control, so this incident will be reported on the ePolicy orchestrator. Now computer disconnected from the corporate network. If machine is not in the network, I mean if machine is in the remote locations, or that is connected with the data card or some other connectivity, so the reactions will be similar. It means either user is in the network or somewhere else, so the reactions will be similar. Means if we are blocking the devices, so this will be blocked as well. But you can change the value from here as well. Now click on save option. Now we can see the device control related rules has been created over here. So I need to just close this one. So this rule sets will be assigned to a specific policy that will be created inside the policy catalog. I'm just going to move on the policy catalog, because this is related to data loss prevention. So I need to select the product DLP policy, or you can also select here and select the category from this option, and just assign the policy name over here. I'm just assigning a name for this: USB mass storage blocking for ops team. This is the name which I assigned And now I'm just going to click on OK. You can specify the nodes as well here. Now it is just asking that two active rule sets, because currently we have not assigned any rule sets to this DLP policy. So I can assign this by clicking on the action activate rule sets, because earlier we had created the DLP ops rule sets. So I need to just click on the DLP ops and click on OK. So this rule sets has been assigned to mass storage blocking for ops team DLP policy. So now I can see this is the pending changes. Once you have made any changes in the rule sets, so this value will be increased. Currently it is in the pending mode because we haven't applied this policy. Once I will select apply policy, now we can see the policy has been applied, and rule sets has been also active over here. I'm just clicking on OK. Now I need to just connect this policy to a specific subgroup to configuring the policy related to device control. So I need to just go on the system tree. In the system tree, I am just going to select the subgroup over here, and because we are just assigning the policy from here. Currently DLP default device policy is applied, and in the default device policy everything is allowed. I mean every mass storage are allowed. So I need to just change the custom policy which we have created and which has been linked with the rule sets over here. So I need to click on the edit assignment, break inheritance, and assign the policy and settings below. This is the policy which we have created. I'm going to click on save option. So the policy has been applied on the operation team. And in the second options, Windows client configuration. In the Windows client configuration, you need to just make few changes over here. We'll see what kind of changes, because it is just saying that what kind of settings related to the DLP device control policy or device product. So I'm just going to see few of the settings. Endpoint settings, this is saying delay the start of DLP client. It is saying run immediately. And in the safe mode, DLP client in safe mode, this is disabled. This is related to something if your machine is booting up in the safe mode, so DLP device control will be disabled over here. But if you want to enable, so you can make the changes here as well. And access protections, DLP access protections is enabled, and few things related to bypassing the DLP, so that is challenge code, and other options are here. In the later video we'll see what exactly this all. Currently we'll see only user interface components. This is so DLP console. These all are related to the console DLP console. So so if any user required to bypass the DLP, so these all are the possibilities that can be configured from the Windows client configurations part of the data loss prevention over here. Removable storage protection, that is normal, and operational mode and modules. This is the main product related configuration that can be that must be configured when you are implementing device control policy or DLP, Mcafee DLP on any policy orchestrator. Operation mode, device control and content aware removable storage protection and device control only. This part is related to data protection and device control, which are the type of product which comes under the Mcafee DLP. So if you have selected this one only, so all configurations will not be applied related to data protection. So if you want to apply data protection as well as device control, so you need to just select this one, and these all settings are related to data protection. So because we are just looking only on device control, so I'm just explaining about device control options over here. In the later video, we'll see how these all are used, how these all products and all configurations are used in the data protection of Mcafee DLP. Now I need to just click on apply. Again, we need to just verify this all. Yes, pending changes is not available. So now we can see the DLP device control policy has been implemented on ePolicy orchestrator. Now we'll see how these settings will be used on the client machine or on the endpoint machine. So I need to just log on the client machines and we'll see if policy has been applied on the client machines or not. If not, if it is not applied, so we will just wake up the agent on the client machine and we'll see what kind of changes are showing on the client machine. We have just logged on the client machine over here, and we'll see. I'm just plugging up USB mass storage on this uh, client machine and verifying that yes, this mass storage is accessible on this client machine. I need to just block this one because I need to just verify if policy has been applied or not, because as per my perception it is not applied, because if DLP policy will apply, then mass storage cannot be accessible on this machine. I need to just verify. I am just clicking on the check new policies. Now we can see the file was blocked since sensitive content was identified in SanDisk Ultra USB device. Now see, this is the way. I cannot access this mass storage because policy has been applied. Once I checked on the McAfee agent monitor by clicking on check new policies and enforce policies. Once it applied, so we have just prompted a message that is related to mass storage blocked. I cannot access this one. I cannot access this one because this mass storage has been blocked by McAfee DLP device control policy. So this is the way which we can configure the device control on ePolicy orchestrator, or we can configure the policies and we can install the DLP device control, and we can protect our company's data, or we can just match the compliance as well from the Mcafee DLP device control. Thank you for watching this video.